Gladius, one of the most intense survival servers to have ever existed in all of Minecraft. Raids, wars, and griefing happen daily on the server. If you were ever caught alone in the wild, or if you ever went outside of spawn not equipped for a fight, you would certainly die. This server not only brought action and suspense to the game, but it also brought people closer together to form friendships that would last for almost a decade now. Welcome to the most hectic server in all of Minecraft. Welcome to Gladius. In this video, we will be covering the years 2014 to 2015. Let's get right into it. The server was opened in early fall of 2014, August to be exact. Little did the former owner know that she was opening a server that would go down as one of the most legendary servers in all of Minecraft for dozens of people. After owning a different server before opening Gladius, Apple Branch came into this not knowing what was going to happen. The server took a while to grow and get onto its feet, but when it did, it became one of the greatest survival servers to ever touch the game of Minecraft. 2014 was actually the year that I ended up joining Gladius as well. I joined in October of 2014 when the one and only trolling god himself, CJ Waffles, was a moderator. After making a base really close to spawn and it getting raided a day after I built it, I knew the server was going to be extremely special. I never played Minecraft like this before. I only put on single player worlds on my Xbox 360 where I would spend hours exploring and mining, but now that I had Minecraft on the computer, I came into the server being completely oblivious as to what was going on. Little did I know, the server would become my favorite server of all time. One of the most hated groups of Gladius history, actually called the Watchers, was formed in 2014. I ended up joining the Watchers in 2014, not realizing that they were the most hated group on the server by almost everyone. PowerCosmic5, who's the owner and leader of the Watchers, became a very good friend of mine at the time and invited me to join the Watchers. Moving on to the year of 2015, this was the year that I experienced the most betrayals from anyone out of any year. During this year, I experienced my own base get griefed by at least 3 different people who I thought were friends. It was not a fun time for me. Earlier in the year of 2015, the team, known as the Brits, was formed. They would soon become the deadliest group in server history. Fast forward a few months into the year of 2015, I ended up betraying the Watchers, and now I'm the most hated enemy in Watchers history. As Power was reading off the Watchers Code of Honor to me in my DMs on the server, I was typing out the codes to the Watchers main base to Emerald Hig, who was one of Power's biggest enemies on the server. Soon after, the Brits pulled up completely geared and ready for a fight. It was an awesome scene to witness. Within 5 minutes, there was an entire god fight broken out with multiple withers spawned all over the base. One of the most notorious events in Gladius history also took place in the year of 2015. Emerald Hig, who would later become a mod on the server, used his mod powers to force teleport to one of the Watchers and snag their base cords. After leaving the base, Gingy, Emerald Hig's teammate, continued to mine over 5,000 blocks straight to the base and raid it with the cords he got from the forced teleport. In case you couldn't tell, the Brits kinda hated the Watchers. 2015 was also the most active the server has ever been. There were multiple different teams forming and constantly doing all sorts of different things around the server. The server was booming with 4 to 5 different groups playing on it at a time. It was awesome to see. I was still yet to become a main character of the server because I really just minded my own business and farmed and traded with others, but it was still a fun time. Also in this year, the Brits managed to blackmail a admin, Nonprofit Prophet, to not raid his base. So basically what happened is Nonprofit Prophet had a plugin that would allow him to see his cords when he died, and only he could see those cords when he died. But for some reason, the plugin glitched and showed the cords in public chat. This was when the Brits blackmailed Non into giving them items in exchange to not raid his massive fan base. Another dandy thing that the Brits managed to do in this year was done by a single member known as Gingy. Gingy managed to destroy a world-protected base using a single wither. Gingy was definitely more on the mischievous side, you know? Also in that year, a group named Nexus was formed. They were a big farming and raiding group. In this group, a player that went by the name of Gaming Farmer is one of the most active and known players on the server. But sadly, he ended up passing away earlier this year due to complications with COVID-19. May God rest his soul, and may God bless his soul, and may he rest in peace for eternity. I didn't know him that well, but when he was on, when I was too, he did make the server a really fun time. Thank you for what you did for the server, Gaming Farmer. You will definitely be missed by everyone. The amount of PvP that took place in the years of 2014 and 2015 was also insane. There will be links to watch the really old fights that people recorded from Gladius down in the description below. Feel free to watch them if you would like. But for now, boys, I actually have an interview with two of the most OG players that were here in early 2015. They're actually two of the Brits. So here comes the interview that I had with them, and I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you, and have a good one. All right, boys. So the first question, probably like, what's your first memories that you have of playing on this server?
Watching Ginge PvP SR Pokemon, who is still undoubtedly the best PvPer that was ever on that server. I think that man had a different breed of talent in the game.
SR was insane, yeah.
And I had his head, and I'm so proud of that.
Oh man, I was just trying to find other English people, mate. There
Were
was like
you?
so many Americans that I've met, and I was just like, there's gotta be another of my kind out there. There's gotta be. And then these guys started speaking, and like the language that they use in chat, I just instantly clicked on. I was like, yep, they're at least from the UK, at least, at the very least.
All right, so and now, second question is, how long did you guys actually play for after beginning in 2015?
Properly played for probably like 2 years, I'd say. I think that's a good estimate.
I'd say for me about a year and a bit, because I had the English equivalent of like the top exams, like, you know, GCSEs. I had those in like 2015, so I was on the server on and off for like a year and a half, I'd say. So probably a bit less than now.
Yeah.
Okay. I myself, I joined in October of 2014, back when CJ Waffles was a mod.
Oh yeah.
And then, I probably continuously played the server until early 2018.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, because that was when the server like actually died, and then it came back to life over a year later. Because I'm not sure if you guys remember, but the most dead state Gladius was ever in was when 1.13 came out. Literally no one logged on to the server during the entirety of 1.13. Like, no one did at all.
I do remember 1.13 and just how barren it was.
Yeah, it was that update was probably the most unoptimized update that Mojang has ever came out with for this game. But
Gladius had that in history. It kind of like, at times we were like banging it like 50-60 people at a time, and then a month later everyone had gone back to either a different game or like real life, so it was like dead.
Yep.
Like 3-4 people on, and that was it.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, because that was how it was in summer of 2017 too, because before that the server was completely dead until maybe April or May, and then people started coming back progressively, and then summer 2017 was probably the second most active that the server's ever been. Like, it was at 40 to 50 players constantly, like every day from June to August. And then it died again, and then it came back slightly during the winter of 2017. And then it died again for a few more months, and then came back in like March and April of 2018, and then it completely died until 2019, when the server reset for 1.15, I think it was. Yeah, and this is still the same map, and here we are today. We have a total of myself and 2 server bots on right now. One of the
It's big.
One of the server bots' name is Biggest Docus, so
we call it community in the business.
Yeah. So the server, it's really sad to see, like, because I'm pretty sure that we can all agree that like this server was like the best time that we had ever playing any sort of game ever.
It was up there for sure.
Yeah. It's up
to
there.
actually know like people and separating it from Minecraft was nuts. Especially when you learn like different like personalities and stuff. It was like, obviously the watchers, they had their role play, and then you had us. It was just like taking the piss out of them the whole time. That was our side of it, pretty much.
And you can make friends, because I met Fletch like 2-3 years ago at that point. God, that's
Yeah.
weird to say. Yeah, 2 years ago. So we actually met up in person. So Gladius definitely brought around a lot of friendships that are going to be everlasting, I think.
Yeah, like me and Vert, we've been friends since he joined the server. In October of 2016 was when we officially teamed up, and we've been on a team and like best friends, talking like every day since October 2016. So, yeah, Vert is probably one of my closest friends. Actually, it's fucking actually insane to think that a block game server could do something like that. But yeah,
it's mental.
Meet human beings.
right? It's crazy.
Get drunk with human beings, jump in puddles, splash them. Good times.
So the third question now, would probably be what was one of the worst experiences that you had playing on the server when you guys were active?
Oh,
God.
oh, so many.
Bro, what do you mean it's a great time?
It's a double-edged sword being on a server with such a community. Also, in
Yeah.
every community, there's there's the bad side and there's the funny side. So,
Honestly, I'm not going to go too in depth, but I will say the cast scandal of 2015, that was probably a low point.
Yeah, that's still talked about to this day.
Yeah.
That was terrible, dude. That was really bad. Cass never like fully recovered from that until like a year or two after, and then she would play with Rose occasionally, but that was really it. Like, I'm pretty sure that whole situation kind of just like ruined the server for Cass as a whole.
Rose, man, Rose is such a sweetheart. I still yoink my music from them occasionally.
Yeah, just like any virtual place, there's always like extremely bad patches, of course,
Yeah.
People do shit, and it kind of like it has unannounced domino effects kind of thing, doesn't it? And it's just kind of it rolled through the server, just like everything did, not just that scenario. It pretty much like everything else that sort of happened that was to do with real life, sort of. Unless it's meeting a nice person at the same time, you run into the bad ones. That's just the kind of thing you face being online in a game, getting to know like community of people. Really,
some people are just rude people.
I'd say personally, I'm probably gonna like mute this out in the video, but I think my worst time playing on the server was when I was this was this was late 2017 when this happened. So I was 15. I hardly knew anything about any sort of threat on the internet, right? And then out of nowhere, our good friend, right?
Good friend, good guy.
Yeah.
good guy.
He sent me a Facebook link saying you can thank Skeet for this, and my 15-year-old self was like, dude, did Skeet just like send my personal Facebook account? So then I clicked on the link, right, and it brought me only to the homepage of Facebook, but what I didn't notice was that it was an HTTP Facebook link. So this said person got my IP and proceeded to DDoS me. He DDoSed me once or twice, and I think both times were because I called him bad at block game PvP. And then he just said, I'm pretty sure the first time that he did it, he was like, all right, Golf, I think it's time for you to take a timeout. And then 10 seconds later, I was just instantly disconnected from the server, and like my house like went down. Like all connections in my house went down.
Bro, he hurt his feelings.
Yeah, I know, but
I would just say he's bad with a Minecraft sword. I'd just say that too.
Yeah, facts, right? But yeah, that was probably the lowest point on the server for me. Also, I kind of deserved it though, because I was really cocky back then, dude. Like, I'm not sure if you guys like recall like how I used to be back in 2016, 2017, but after every fight or before any fight or anything, I would talk the most trash out of everyone. Because, you know, I was trying to hype up the fight, you know, to get people to join fight. Because, you know, my entire time playing this game for the past 6-7 years has been clicking on people's heads with a pixelated blue sword, you know? So,
I think to be fair, that was like everyone after they'd won like one fight on Minecraft, they thought they were like Jesus reborn. So
yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Yeah,
and we were.
That, yeah, that was just like the ego of it, pretty much, for like the first like few years before everyone
that was
just
one thing
realized
I'll
it's like,
say.
oh.
Growing up in Gladius, if I could go back, I would change it, and I would not have grown up in Gladius at all. I feel like that was not the place to have a very impressionable 14-year-olds learn stuff from.
Yeah, for sure. The internet.
I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it for the world. Met a lot of good people, but I also wouldn't do it again.
Yeah, that's valid. All right. Next question is, what was your absolute greatest time / greatest memory playing on the server throughout the times that we were all active?
I was officially classified by the mod team, by everyone, the PvP champion of Gladius. And I will die to my grave saying that I am the best PvPer on that server because of that tag. Because no one else had PvP champion. Everyone only had champion. I was the PvP champion.
Fair enough.
I was built different.
Alright, Fletch, you buddy?
I don't know, probably meeting some of the people that he did, because at a point with Minecraft, I pretty much like got bored of playing the game. I came on just to chat to everyone that would be on, because sometimes no one would speak and the chat would be so dead. But then you get like one person going, and then you're like, oh, here we go, you know, we can actually talk and have a conversation, you know.
Yeah.
Like meeting M, Ginge, Lakey, even Mike. You know, just like at some point you just kind of meet the different characters that are on there that we've had a chat about, and you just kind of see the stories that you make out of a block game. It's kind of fucking like insane. Even the bad ones and the good ones. Crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, I agree, because even to this day, I can remember stuff that happened during my prime time on Gladius, like with a snap of a finger, like from 2016, 2017. Like, it's insane how much this one server that I'm currently standing in, this barren wasteland, that we used to call our internet home, basically. It's insane how much like it changed. It basically changed who we were online in good and bad ways, and it also made us meet lifelong friends. And it's awesome, dude, to be honest with you, because like my personal favorite times on the server were when I met the Brits, all of you guys, when I met my current team, Revive, like Vert, Skeet, Seda Drive, Vidher, like all of those guys. That was one of the great times, and then of course my all-time favorite time was summertime of 2017, because I kid you not, every single day when I logged onto the server, there was a fight about to happen or a fight actually happening. So like the amount of PvP that happened on the server during that time period really was it was insane, because it was the most fun I've ever had playing any sort of game ever. So the server,
the block game as well. That's what's always funny about it. It's not got good graphics. It's not got like incredible game thought into it. It's about as sandbox as it can get, really.
Yeah, I know.
What you want. Yeah.
Right?
But it's
supposed
people in it.
It's supposed to be a peaceful time, building, crafting, creating, and we're just trying to destroy each other.
Yes, correct. But that's the fun part, you know? It really is. All right. This is question number 4, right? This is the 4th one coming up.
No idea. 5, 4.
Bro, can you count
Okay.
on your fingers? Because I can't.
I completely lost track at this point.
I get my computer account for me, to be honest.
But all right. So the next question would probably be, who out of every single person that you met on the server, who's the one person that you're so glad that you met and you still talk to this day like a brother or a sister?
That's a hard question. I've got 2. I'm gonna say Quiva, KO. I talked to her like quite a lot, but I also think Indy is very much up there, because Indy is the sweetest and most kind person from that server that I have ever met.
I agree. She's awesome. They're both awesome. KO was great too.
He was very good.
All right. Yeah. All right, Fletch. You're up, boss.
If you don't say me, I'm done.
I was about to say I met these two Scottish lads on this game. Believe it or not, I would say Em and Ginge because I actually got to meet them a while ago, and you know, meeting someone that you've met on a block game, you know, it's kind of insane considering we don't live in the same country. Yeah. You know, we don't live like insanely far away from each other. Not even
realistically, it's like a 2-3 hour train ride.
Yeah, so not even comparable to like state to state in America, but at the same time, you know, a journey to be sure.
Yeah, at the age of 14, I was not expecting to meet someone from Liverpool.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I would say those 2.
Yeah, I completely agree, but my 2 probably. My number 1, of course, is Virtually. He's been my brother in arms in this entire online scheme since I was 14? Yeah, I was 14 at the time. I'm currently 19, about to turn 20 in January. So
crazy.
Yeah, I know. And so yeah, there's Vert, and then for my number 2 spot, I'm honestly gonna have to friggin' say probably Kit, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Me and Kit, the amount that like we talked and the amount that like we related to together, like it's actually insane. Like me and Kit are very similar in personality. And yeah, like Kit's just an all-around good dude. Like he means nothing but well intentions to anything. And yeah, I'm honestly gonna have to say Kit. Like I've known him since, when did Kit join? 2015, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 2015, 2016, roughly.
Yeah. But yeah, my first ever time playing and like meeting with Kit was when Isnowire was playing. When Isnowire incited Cass and Rose's team. I'm not sure if you guys remember that, but it was the whole Dark Watch thing.
The older of the Watcher brothers.
Yeah, it was the whole Dark Watch thing. I'm not sure if you guys recall that or not.
I don't remember that part of the roleplay. There's a lot to keep up with.
I know.
I remember.
My barely comprehends it now.
It was a weird situation because I'm pretty sure at some point they were like, I don't know if it was Cass and Esnor, but it was Esnor and someone like were starting to get a bit close, and it was starting to seem a bit weird because Esnor just was doing it just to betray them later on.
Yeah, but I 100% have to say that it's Vert and Kit. A really close third, though, is Skeet Longbottom, my former teammate who doesn't play anymore. The last time he played was probably winter of 2017, and that was the last time he played really any computer game at all. So, but we still talk a lot, like on Snapchat and stuff like that. So, but yeah, those are my top 3. And anything after that has to go to you guys, to be honest with you. You, Ginge, Fletch.
Last Excuse me?
Well, no, all of you guys are tied for 4th, all right? All of you guys are tied for 4th, all right?
He struggled to remember me there. He's just even... Connor's not even fucking here. Not even here.
I'm gonna be honest though, I never got that close with Lakey, like ever. Like me and Lakey never really got close at all. But when he would log on though, we would have like good conversations about stuff though. So like me and Lakey didn't have any beef at all at any point, but I just never got as close to him as I am to you guys. So yeah, but
yeah, we should probably like side note like the age difference of how old we were when we started playing Gladius. How old
I was
we
14.
are like at this time.
I was 14 and I'm going to be 21.
Yeah, I was 16 and I'm 22 now.
yeah, when I first started playing, I was 12 years old. And I'm about to turn 20 years old in January.
Same flies.
October of 2014, I was 12 years old. Yep.
Time flies when you're repressing memories.
That's insane though, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. This one server, this single server that is dead as anything right now, like, has just so much history and so much background story with all of us, dude. It's insane.
Yeah.
Alright. Hopefully, dude. Hopefully.
There's always, like, a period of, like, 2 or 3 weeks where it pops off when people play, and then everyone goes away again.
I definitely...
Happens, like, every year.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's empty.
Okay, well, wait. Since my channel was really PvP based, what were your guys' favorite fights of all time on the server?
Any team fight we had with the Watchers?
There was a few. I will say the 5v2 me and Ginge did. That was just fun. Because it was we single-handedly just dismantled the entire Watchers, just with ease, like they were nothing. And that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that. I wish that it would have went the same way with when me and Ginge took a 5v2 with the Watchers and Rags team, but back when you guys did your 5v2, there were no such thing as weakness arrows.
Yeah, no, it was just pure spam clicking.
Yeah.
Nothing more.
So, it took absolute ages to kill someone when weakness arrows were meta, because you don't do any damage. Unless you would get like a really lucky quick drop, or like you would combo them to oblivion, then they would panic and then you would drop them like that. But other than that though, dude, like the weakness arrow meta made it extremely difficult to kill anyone on the server. So, but my personal favorite fight of all time was the 11v8 that me and my team took versus we were the 8 and the Watchers and Rags team were 11. I think that basically wraps up the interview. I definitely appreciate you guys giving your input on stuff.
No worries.
Of course.
We definitely have to work on getting the server to come back to life. I think that would be actually amazing.
Nothing that we can, well, maybe something you can do, but nothing that we can do.
2015.
That happens, that happens.
Electric Boogaloo.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not going anywhere near the Brits ever again.
But yeah, that wraps up the 2014 to 2015 period of the server. Thank you, M. Thank you, Fletch. I will see you. Yes, and I will see you guys in the 2016 through 2017 era, which will feature some of my closer friends in the community. So, thank you guys for watching again, and I will talk to you in the next one. Peace. Yo boys, it's Golfeh from the future, and I just wanted to quickly come in here and tell you guys something. First off, if there's any veterans from Gladius currently watching this video, which I'm pretty sure there is, if you guys find anything that I missed throughout the years 2014 and 2015, if you guys could just drop a comment down below, let me know what I missed exactly, or even link a certain thread from the Gladius forums down below so that other people can read it, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, one more thing is, if you guys can go on to Gladius for me, and if we can get Gladius to average a 15 player base consistent. I will do any sort of challenge on the block game that you guys want me to. Or I can even start a series on Gladius if you guys wanted me to too. But I just want to get Gladius back on the map and make it one of the best survival servers in the community once again, just like it was 6 years ago. But thank you boys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys in the near future. Peace.